Zdravstvuyte, друзья, и добро пожаловать обратно в Baldeykino here in Farming Simulator 22. Last episode, we kind of got some corn planted on our property, and I showed you, oh yeah, our new tractor. We got our new tractor here, and we also traded in our old pickup truck for a more modern delivery truck. We got some, kind of trading up some of our equipment. This is going to be a much better tractor for us, loading-wise. It's got narrow tires, four-wheel drive, and it's got a slightly bigger bucket. It's just more modern overall. It's a great for the changing face of our farm. And here we are making really good progress on this fertilizing contract for the local collective farm. We said we'd do the second stage of fertilization for them on this sorghum, and it's been going well, really well. The only hiccup we had last episode was trying to fill this sprayer. Now, right, we're going to buy this sprayer. It's turned out to be a pretty good sprayer. We're going to buy it, but for now, I'm just leasing it. And the one issue we found with it is that we couldn't fill it off of the liquid fertilizer trailer. So, well, we got to try out our new delivery truck and go down to the store, and we got a couple pallets we're using for this. But yeah, it's a good sprayer. It's got narrow tires. It's not tracking up the crops. Same with the tractor. Yeah, this is all good stuff all around. So I'll be investing in one of these sprayers, I think, for our farm. We could use a separate fertilizer sprayer, as well, since all we had was the lime spreader. Now I got this too. And, oh yeah, may notice if you were here last episode, you saw I do have my map up, and I have my map up, I have it up right now specifically because of a tool I'm using to keep us on track with where we're supposed to be spraying. And if you weren't here last episode, I'll give you that little trick. If you're in one of these kind of fields like this and you can't see where you have and haven't sprayed, as some crops such as sorghum are really thick, you can't see the ground underneath them really to see where you have and haven't been, you can use the coordinates there on the map. Those three numbers at the bottom of the map, the first one is the degrees, the second is X coordinate, and the third one is the Y coordinate. So by using the X coordinate, in this case, because we're doing north-south runs, we want to use the X coordinate. And you just want to find what space you want to move. It's going to depend on the working width of your tool. And with this particular tool, we want to go over a total of 17 spaces each time we turn around. So it's a great little trick for making sure you get even coverage on your crops. And make sure that row was good all the way down, except for right there. There was a little wompiness right there, but a little mispatch here and there. Doesn't matter at all. We're getting really good even coverage. So we're at 961, so we want to take this to 978. The next run, so just turn until it says 978 and pull it north, pull it back this way. Yeah, it should be good enough. Now I got it going, and then once we get going a little ways, I check and make sure that, because that's a pretty, the number I had measured out for us is pretty exact, so it's close enough we could actually be off by a tick. Nope, we're exactly on. And the fact that in this case I have so I did figure out using that trick. One thing I haven't figured out yet or not, and I did say this last episode as well, is that in this case we're moving over 17 X coordinate spaces, and this sprayer has a working width of 16. Whoops. I forgot to fill it. I was going to fill it at the end of that row, and I forgot. Yeah, I got caught talking there. I'm not sure if that 17 corresponds to the 16 meter working width or not. It could just be a coincidence, or it could be specific per map. Anyway, we got to go back and get this filled. Yeah, I ended the last episode, and I was saying as I signed off that I was going to go fill the sprayer, and then I got to the end of the row. I was already I was trying to recap some stuff and forgot. Well, that's okay. We'll get this filled up from what we brought from the store there in our new truck. It's a nice little truck. It's a lot better for our farm. It's a really good delivery truck. A lot better overall than the pickup we had. I traded in the pickup and the trailer. Got us a used Gazelle. All right. Full on this. I'm going to go back over to the coordinates we were at and see if we can pick up right where we left off. Yeah, with some of these crops like this, you just can't tell where you have and haven't been. Let's get the boom out. Yeah, we were Here, now how far do we need to go up? How far? About right there. Did I hit it? I think I hit it just right. I'm not totally obsessive about coverage yet, but I do want to do as good a job as I can, you know, for this contract. So it looks like, yeah, maybe just a couple more passes. This field's been going a lot faster than I thought it would. You know, 7 mile an hour working speed with only 16 meter work width on a 12 hectare field, but it's going pretty decently. And it's well, it's not a very pretty day. It's pretty cloudy out, but the field is beautiful. The field just brightens everything up with these bright greens. It's a pretty pleasant drive, except for the, as much as I love this tractor, it's pretty noisy inside the cab. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, I already got it kind of dirty last episode. I ran it through some mud. Well, it's a tractor, though. It's going to get dirty. Yeah, so I figure I was planting some corn before we came out here, and I left that to do this, but then I realized I paid to lease this sprayer by the hour, so let's finish this job, and then we can get back to our farm, finish the corn. And I mentioned this last episode, I do want to explore that little gully out east of our farm. I want to see what's down there. There's no houses or fields or anything down there. Might be some little unexplored little nook in the area down there. You know, when I was a kid, our house was surrounded by farms, and when I was a kid, I always go exploring out there in the farmland. You know, it was always cool. I know it wasn't our property, but when you're a kid, that doesn't matter, right? I go out exploring in the cornfields and stuff, and you find those little, like, forgotten spaces of land that, like, no one does anything with because it's not really farmable, you know, or whatever. Build a little fort or something out there. And that's what that reminds me of back there, is this little low, kind of probably damp piece of land back over there east of our farm. I wonder if there's we can do something kind of cool down there. Maybe no one will know. Oh, yeah, and of course, if you saw last episode, you saw this, but if you didn't, if you noticed that dead patch of crops down at the south end of the field, that our new truck is really good, but as I found, somehow, I drove it all the way from the store just fine, going like 60 miles an hour, and then somehow I got right to the field, and boy, I almost lost that thing. It went up on two wheels, and it kind of drove into the field a bit, hence the dead crops down there. That little Gazelle, it is great at, it's a great delivery truck, but boy, when you got a couple of pallets in the back, you need to watch how you steer it. So using the coordinates at the bottom of the screen, we're going to go to 995. Should keep our coverage maximized since we can't see where we've been visually. So this right here should be good. And I'll check that once we get going here. Once we lay down some fertilizer, I'll check the map just to make sure. I mean, it's a pretty low margin of error. At worst, it's one space off. Nope, it's right on. It's right on the money. I've tried many things to mark up and down passes of fields, you know, when you can't see where you're going. I've tried several methods. One method I tried before I discovered using the coordinates on the map, I tried planting little flowers. I've still done it. I've done this since then for reference because, well, like some fertilizer spreaders that just toss it out there with like a 42 meter working width, you know, not with the booms, but when they just kind of toss it out there, it can be especially hard to tell where you're going and how far it's going out. So I'd plant flowers like every 90 meters or something down the field, so I'd know where to turn the tractor at. You know, if it's your field, that is doable, you know, for a rough estimation. That works too, something like that. Or all right, now we're at the end of this row. We get to see exactly how. Man, we'll have to see. We're gonna have to start this next. This could be the last run or not. It's taken a lot fewer runs than I thought it would. I'll say that. I thought this was going to take longer and be more difficult. But this has been a pretty pleasant job, and we're getting paid pretty good for it. We're getting paid pretty good for this job. Let's see here. Let's see how far over we have to go to maintain our 100% coverage we've been doing. Out here. So, yeah, I'm just going to cut it there because we're going to miss that little bit there on the end. Now, I wonder if I can change the, oh, so we are done with this then. Yeah, we're done with that. I don't like to have that up, nor do I like to have this up. Can we vary the, no. I'm going to see if we could vary the working width on the tool. We cannot. So we'll just come down. We'll just do one more pass all the way down to the tower, make sure we get the rest of this, and see how we're doing here. Oh, we're doing just fine. Perfection. One more run back down, and we'll have this all good. Yeah, I like this little sprayer, except for the fact that we couldn't load it off of that trailer we have, and I couldn't load it off the other sprayer, too. I also tried that last episode. I tried getting in the other sprayer and offloading into this one. That wouldn't work either, so this has got to be loaded off the pallets as far as I can discern. I mean, I haven't tried everything, but what I had at hand I did try. Also discussed this last episode, this is something I want to keep on my mind as we get money, is some kind of silo storage on our property. Is right now we've got spaces that could hold equipment, but they're instead holding grass, fertilizer, seeds. You could get some of that. You could have room to store more equipment and some nice tidy places to store things, such as, for instance, possibly we could get a tank to store liquid fertilizer, which hopefully this would load off of. And of course, down the line, I'm sure we'll find ourselves with a bigger, newer, better sprayer, but for now, yeah, and it couldn't hurt to have some storage tanks for stuff is something that I would like to look at. I just don't want to go spending all our money just now. I want to leave us some buffer, you know. We're going to have to buy some stuff coming up. For instance, in the next few months, we're going to have to get us a harvester, you know, at least by September. By the time by the time fall hits, we'll have to have a harvester. All right, and here we're just going to want to turn around to the edge of the field. A little bit of overlap, but can't help that. We need the coverage that we missed because we left decent width there. Let's get this on the way back down, and then, well, that'll be it. Let's carry this down to the end of the field, and we'll be done, and we'll get reimbursed for the cost of the fertilizer and paid for the job. That'll be good. And then it looks like we're cutting it pretty close on the fertilizer. That's great. Well, because we got to return this sprayer. So right here, as I trim off just this last bit of the field, and we return the fertilizer spreader, the sprayer, we're not really going to lose much of the fertilizer that we bought. That's good. So what I'll do is let me kind of concentrate here so I can taper this off. Try to get as much of this covered as we can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And let's get this folded up. Let's check the good little sprayer. Check the field here. Yep, we've got like 99.9% coverage on this field. That's excellent. So that's a good little trick to use. Use the coordinates on the map if you can't tell where you need to turn around or not. Let's while we're here, let's run down to the tractor park real quick, as long as we're close to it, because I left the weight for this tractor down there. Let's go grab that real quick. Since we're done using the sprayer, we can attach the weight between the tractor and the sprayer, tow it back to the store, return it, and then we'll purchase one for ourselves. Also, as long as we're at the collective farm up here, we can get paid for our contract there. And they'll reimburse us for the fertilizer we use, seeing as how it's their field and all. But got the job done for them, and that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to step into the office here and get our money. All right, so that puts us back up to, well, $91,000. That's the money we had before we got this tractor upgrade. Well, we traded in our old Belarus, and the value from that plus this, well, but now plus that field minus the fertilizer costs, we're pretty much dead on back up to where we were. That's good to see. And our old tractor, yeah, I mentioned it last episode, it's still around. It's not on our farm, but it is still available for use, loading seeds and fertilizer and such. Let's pick our weight back up here. Don't want to forget and leave this down here. It's these little weights in the back that come in real handy for loading heavy things like rocks and lime and such. Since we're not operating the sprayer, we can just tow it by the hitch. Let's tow this back to the back to the store, and return our lease and pick one up for us. So I'll meet you guys down at the store. Oh yeah, one thing on the way to the store, just figure I'd mention as I'm driving. Another great thing about this tractor, it has, I think, yeah, this has got the highest top speed of any of our tractors. It may only be a few more miles an hour, but it makes for much quicker and less painful trips to the store. Yeah, so we'll see you guys down there. All right, back here at the store. I did have had a random thought on the way here. If you thought it was purely coincidental, if you thought it was a little odd that we got paid exactly $25,000 for that contract when you saw the money added on, that is actually purely coincidence. The job was $22,500, and we paid $2,500 for fertilizer. So adding that together, it actually did just coincidentally come out to $25,000 even, and that's so. Let's return this lease that we have, and let's go ahead and buy one. Let's see. It already charged us a little bit ago for the actual leasing of it, and I went to the wrong menu. We want to go up here, and let's buy one for us because, yeah, I wanted to lease it first and make sure it was something we wanted, and I think, yeah, it worked pretty good. I had the wide things on it there and get the extra bits on it there, and let's make ours blue. Why not? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, actually, do we have any blue equipment? Well, we do now. So, $15,000. Yeah, I know, we just made $25,000 and I spent another $15,000. Yeah, well, we're still ahead of the curve. You know, we're still ahead of what we had. And now we've got a separate sprayer. You know, now we're not rotating lime and fertilizer out of our lime spreader, you know. Now we got our own dedicated fertilizer sprayer, so that's good. Just tow this back to the house. We'll stop on the way and fill it up at the truck, or now I'll just take this back to the house. We'll take the delivery truck back to the house. We'll fill this up, though, before we put it away. Now, if you look over to the right, yeah, you can see our old tractor down there. Yeah, I said something in a few episodes about, you know, wanting a tractor parked down there to load with. Now, when I traded our old tractor in, local farmers, well, they didn't want to. It's a nice, beautiful, classic tractor. The local farmers picked it up. They paid some extra, picked it up, and now we do have a loader down there for everyone to use. So, yeah, that's sitting there now. So, we can still enjoy it from time to time. I did really enjoy that tractor, but our farm needed, yeah, this tractor's got a great updated look for the changing face of our farm, and it's simply better, you know, four-wheel drive and narrow tires, and the bucket holds a little bit more. All right, back home on the farm. So, yep, our trusty fields. So here, well, I'm going to park this off the driveway over here, and we'll bring the leftover fertilizer back. This truck is so quiet, it almost sounds like an electric car. I mean, you can hear the noise of the gravel is louder than its little engine. I like it. All right, so back on the farm with this. Let's just pull this up here. Fill up our new sprayer. All right, let's get that filling off the tanks here. There we go. Park our little truck over here. Alright, now we need a spot to park our sprayer. Oh, one thing, let's, well, I was going to take the weight off, but there's no point in that. I'll leave the weight on the tractor, as this is primarily going to be a loader. We'll leave the weight on it. The only thing other than loading, you know, the front loader we're going to use this for really is probably running the sprayer, because this has narrow tires. What was parked? There's an empty spot over there. I'm not sure what was over there, but we can... Oh, the corn planter. Well, we'll pull this somewhere for now. Need to find some better room for some of this, and then we can get back onto planting our corn in our cornfield there. You know, I could park this beside the... well, for now, let's just... Here, let's put it over here on the end. I need to do something with this grass. Do something with that grass. One of the many things that could be shifted into, you know, like a hay shed or something like that. We're going to have to build some more stuff on here in some form or fashion. Let's wheel this over here, get this washed off. It got really muddy. Yeah, it got really muddy last episode. I ran it through some mud. That's our brand new tractor, and it's all muddy. It's a beautiful orange color. I really like the orange. Well, let's put this away. Let's actually, I'll advance it to May 2nd. I'll advance it to the next day. Then we'll finish up that corn. Look forward to a new day. See if there's any good deals on equipment in town or anything. All right, happy May 2nd, everyone. It's a much prettier day than yesterday. That is for sure. I did check to see what new equipment is on offer at the local dealerships, and nothing we need really. There's a bigger cultivator, but it's we don't have a tractor that can work it. I don't think it's a little bigger than what this tractor here can handle. No, I did want to you know what, let's grab our big dump truck. I want to check out that gully down there I mentioned earlier. We'll get to the corn planting. First, I want to sate my curiosity on what's down there. Let's go find out. Every time I drive passes on this field that we recently made, I mean, it's... Whoops. I was looking up there. It's such a beautiful view down there. I know we're going to find some water, so let's proceed with caution. I want to see what else is down here. It's like one of those little... It's like I mentioned earlier. It's like one of those little places you see in a farm where the farmers don't bother going, and it's just kind of untouched little piece of something. I mean, the fish hatchery is right there. I didn't realize our farm was that far east. So yeah, we got a little... deep is this? Too deep for the truck, methinks. Oh yeah. Let's see what's down here. We might have a little secret area back here where we can make a little secret garden or something. I don't know. Let's see. This should all be behind the fish hatchery, I think. Yeah, it's over there. Yeah, it's just kind of a little... Then, there's a big field. Field 9, I think, is right up here on the other side of the fish pond. Well, I wanted to see what's back here. I thought there was going to be more area than there was, but there's that, yeah, creek over there. And then over here, yeah, it kind of goes back up into high ground over here. Yeah, no one's doing anything with this land. What's up here? Yeah, there's field 9. I think, yeah, field 9. All right, well, curiosity is sated. But this little area here is pretty cool. This area is pretty cool. It's just a little too deep for the truck to drive through. But this whole area here, I mean, yeah, there's nothing here. I mean, we could potentially even do something with this. I mean, I guess. But, cool little secret area behind our pig farm. I did try to remove that fence a few episodes ago. We cannot remove that fence. Too bad, because we could tie the rest of our property together if we could. Let's go put this back, and let's get to corn planting. There's only just a little bit more planting there, and then I'll want to go over and roll it, of course. That should go pretty quick. We got that roller right there. All right, let's see where we left off here. Oh, I see. started doing this in circles around the outside, but with the planter, it's a little bit hard to track like that and keep it, keep the coverage good. It's best to do this in rows. We only got a couple more left, it looks like. Just a couple more passes with this. Short passes, but it's really hard to follow the curves with this. It's kind of difficult to tell, like when you're going around a curve on this thing, exactly where you haven't been. Well, it's not hard to tell where you've been. It's hard to tell exactly where it's going to lay down the next row when you're going around a curve. Trying to keep it all lined up and everything. There's probably some gaps somewhere where I was going in circles at first. Sure is a nice day today, man. It was May 1st was just, it was cloudy all day. Hadn't rained since April, but it was just cloudy all day. So maybe 2 more passes after this. We'll have us a cornfield. Well, a second cornfield. Should be able to harvest this, and I'm guessing this will be November. The other cornfield we planted last month, but this one might not be ready till November for harvest. We'll see, of course. Yeah, that hill there is a little bit noticeable. Just a bit. It's not much of a hill, but it's enough. Now, let's see if we can get the rest of this in one pass. Yeah, we can. Excellent. All right, there's our cornfield, our second cornfield planted. Let's, we got the whole thing there. We just need to roll it. And other than that, it's all good to go. Let's get our planter put away. Oh, look at that. Right where we need to go. There's where I parked the harvester. I was trying to remember last episode, I think it was, where I parked the potato harvester. It's over there. Yeah, if we could get some of the bulk material we have stored in our garage area, if we could get it into a silo kind of thing, then we'd have more spaces to park this kind of stuff. I could have gotten this roller a couple meters wider, but I didn't because of the cost. It was going to cost a couple, like $3,000 or so, I think, to get it 2 meters wider, which now isn't a big deal. But the shop is a little far away. But yeah, for $3,000 or so, we could get this roller lengthened out to about 8.2 meters or something. Well, I don't think it's a huge deal. Not with these small fields. I think if we needed a bigger roller, we could just go buy a bigger roller. Yeah, this is going fairly quick. This is pretty easy to... The planter wasn't so easy to keep, a solid, fill, I don't know what to say, all the way around in a circle, but this is pretty easy. Solid coverage, I guess is the word I was looking for. Yeah, the planter wasn't as easy to keep solid coverage. It was kind of hard to tell exactly where it was going to leave off on the edge, but roller is pretty straightforward. So this is going pretty easy. Sometimes, though, with rollers, you can't really tell where you've been. Certain kinds of seeders make the exact same texture on your ground, and it can be really hurt your eyes squinting trying to tell where you've been. And there is a trick for that. There's a few tricks for that. In my, I try to share some of my tricks with you guys. One simple trick, because rolled ground looks so much like cultivated or seeded ground. Again, depending on the implement you use, what you can do is you can seed in one direction and then roll 90 degrees to that, roll in another direction. Or in fields such as this, and this is why I thought of this, going around in circles like this, the marks it leaves in the soil wouldn't line up and you'd be able to see where you've been. Yeah, but in this case, that's not the case here, because our corn planter leaves different rows in the ground. But before I figure out different tricks to get around it, I used to not even bother rolling my fields because I didn't think it was worth the eye strain trying to tell where I'd been. But there's always tricks for everything. Yeah, we made good progress. I think here we can just whip this around. It's too tight to even turn that now. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we just whip this around, a couple more passes, and our cornfield is... Whoops. I forget sometimes these rollers, they take a minute to... Most of them do. Most of them take a minute to drop down. There we go. And this is taking care of the rocks, too, so we'll have a nice, smooth field when we're done. Yeah, it's made a nice little cornfield. I look forward to seeing it all grown up. I'll have to check the contracts, but besides that, I don't know what else we can really do. Yeah, I should think about that. What else we could do this month of May? I'd like to stay busy. Oh, it's going to be a real busy fall here. We got all our fields to harvest. We'll take the contract on field 4 where we just were, the sorghum field. We'll be harvesting that for my uncle. It's going to be a very busy fall. Very bountiful harvest. I might want to get some kind of line on some kind of silo storage or something ahead of time. I mean, of course we can use their silos, but wouldn't it be nice to have our own silos? I think it would. I'll really start looking around on that because that's something we're going to want to have a line on by fall time, come harvest. I mean, it's already becoming an issue storing different fill types on our property. All right, here's the last little bit, and we need to roll for our cornfield. And there, it is good until, I'm guessing November is when we're going to want to come out here and harvest this. Yep. Ooh, look at that. That is the beautiful color of, yeah, perfection. Our cornfield here is good. Put our roller back away, and let's see. I'll have a look to see if there's any work around Baldeykino that we can do. Now, that's right. I checked earlier, and it was just this one baling contract. I'm really not a fan of hay bale contracts. How are our pigs doing? They are really solid on everything. You know, again, like I've said before, the bars are red, but that's because there's only 10 pigs. Of course, there doesn't have to be 10 pigs. We could bolster their numbers a little bit. I mean, yeah, that's true. How much, I wonder, let's see. How much, well, let's get the truck and go find out. I wonder how much it would cost to, yeah, bolster up our pig numbers a little bit. Maybe we can afford some fully grown pigs. We bought these pigs when they were just piglets, but now they've reached puberty. Maybe we could buy some pigs their age. And let's see. I'm gonna head over there real quick with this. This has got the swap body for the pig carrier. Well, let's run over. I'm gonna run over to our pig farm and just get an idea how much pigs might cost. Get an idea. And that's right. We got that road put in down here. We can take a shortcut through our property. Just don't do it like I did before and run through the field there. Yeah, not the kind of shortcut we want. Here we go. Our little road. Yeah, so let's go down here and have a look at the cost of pigs. I'm not sure. We paid like $200 a piece for these, but they were piglets. So if we want to buy the regular spotted ones, wait, here we go. Oh, they're not that much. We can afford some pigs. Yeah. Let's get our pig trailer hooked onto the truck here. Oh yeah, that's right. This was a real tight fit. I remember parking this in here. We gotta get this right exactly in there. There we go. I'm going to go down to the animal dealer down by the train in town, and let's pick us up some pigs. No reason to only have 10 pigs. Well, and look what I found. I took a different way that I'd never been, and how about that? Well, that'll pay for some pigs. That'll pay for 2 pigs right there. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going. I decided to take a different way, and, well, how about that? Yeah, I'm not... Oh, there's a little covered bridge here. Well, now I risk getting really lost, but at the same time, hey, how about that? The things you find when you go a different way. Yeah, I'm not real sure where this goes. I didn't know there was a covered bridge over here, truth be told. So, well, let's see. This goes south. That's definitely south. That's the grain mill up ahead. That right there, I believe that's field 9 where I did a fertilizing contract recently. Alright, yeah, I was going to see if I could jog over to this road because this road kind of goes straight down into town. Yeah, we found enough. Found 2 collectibles. That'll pay for 4 pigs right there. Oh, the pink ones. I like to throw in some spotted ones too for variety. They cost a little bit more, but I think the pigs should have some diversity. Alright, let's pull up here and see what kind of pigs they have that we can take home with us. I want to really think about, you know, I want to really grow our pig enterprise. You know, right now it's slow going, but once we get some harvests under our belt and some pig food, you know, rolling out of our production and stuff like that. The back of this opened up. Get this in here. There we go. Got us some pigs loaded up in the back. There we go. I got, they have black pigs too. We didn't have any black pigs. So now I got 5 black pigs. So now we got some pink ones, some spotted pink ones, and now we got some black ones. Kind of mix up our pig pen a little bit. These cost a little bit more. Maybe they make tastier bacon. Who knows? Oh, we got a train here. Oh, there's a lot of traffic today. There's a lot of traffic, and I'm not the cause of it being held up for once. So I wonder if I can remember the way that we got here, see if I can go back the way we came. I'd like to learn some of these roads a little better. That was a pretty straight shot back there, except for a bit of a... There's some couple turns around the area of the fish farm. And see, that's why I was surprised to see the fish farm is so close to our property, because it's so far way out here. I guess our farm goes farther east than I thought. Let's see. See if there's anything to find on this road along the way. I've only been down here a couple times. Oh, don't mind the bumps, pigs. I got some friends for you guys to meet. Yeah, there's some big fields back here. That one right there, that's a 20-hectare field. Oh, there's a covered bridge we came over in. There's a road that goes parallel to it. Yeah, right here. We came up, let's see. We came across this bridge, and here's the fish farm. I think it's right around here. Yeah, fish farm's right here. Yeah, so the fish farm's here, which means technically our property is like right over here, but it doesn't seem like it, but that's what was throwing me off. Because this right here, this is that river that was down in that gully, which means our farm is literally right on the other side of this. I guess so. Somehow it ain't adding up in my head. But that makes... This is our pig farm then, right? Yeah. Does our pig farm have 2 entrances? Maybe that's throwing me off too. Does our pig farm have another entrance down here? Or is my inner compass just totally messed up? Okay, that would explain a little bit. There is another entrance down there. Okay, well, anyway. I was just trying to figure that out. It just didn't add up in my head, you know. I don't know why. It didn't seem like we're that far east here, but yeah, I didn't know there was another way out of the pig farm there. Pfft. Well, we'll be coming here more. I'll get more familiar with this stuff. Let's get these pigs dropped off. All right, pigs, come meet your new friends. Oh, let's get the thing open here. That opened up, let the pigs out. So we got 5. Move to husbandry. Yep. All right. Let's get the truck out of here. All right. That's great. We got some more pigs mixed in here now. This is going to be... now they're all at puberty age. 15 pigs. Yeah, this is going to be really cool. In the future, this is going to become very cool. We'll have pigs everywhere, oinking and squealing. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Whoops, close our door here. Alright, look at this thing put away here. Actually, we're not using the dump bed right now. No, you know what? We'll just leave the truck here. I've been using this truck, really. Where did I leave the dump bed? I left it back at our farm. Alright, well, we're back at the house, and, you know, I don't think there's not a whole lot left to do. Surely we could find work around here, but I think we're good for May. We got a lot done, too. We got our cornfield is all finished, and we got field 4 down there all fertilized. We got paid for that. So it looks like we're ready to roll into June with some good money sitting there for us. Yeah, we got our new tractor over here. I'm really digging this AGCO tractor. So good times ahead of us coming into summer months. Yeah. Well, guys, thanks so much for following along here on the farm and farming in Siberia here on Baldeykino and Farming Simulator 22. Been a real fun episode. I'm looking forward till tomorrow or till June. And that should be our 3-day months. It should start ticking over and clocking in for us in summer because we're going to need the extra days. We've got lots of work to do this summer and this fall. All right, well, I'll see you guys in the next episode.